Okay, people, just Sheiks here, and I'm doing more of my unboxing of Power Rangers Seasons 1 through 12 for the box sets. Yeah, I just did Mighty Morphin, so I'm gonna do Seasons 4 through 7 in this video, and the two movies, one of which I forgot to do in my other one. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, this is the original poster, Only They Can Save Our Planet from Evil. And that's the side. Nothing too special. On the back, you lose, and then it has a description of the movie, or a little setup. Audio is English 5.1 Dolby Digital, English Dolby Surround Sound, French Dolby Surround, English subtitles, dual layer, 95 minutes, and it's in widescreen. Don't know why they haven't come out with a Blu-ray for this, although I wouldn't recommend it unless they really redid the CG, because, this movie in high def, the CG for the Megazord battle is just not gonna look too good. It's just gonna look awful. So yeah, and I know it's mid-90s CG, but heck, South Park had better. No, not South Park. Jurassic Park had better CG than that. Star Wars, the original versions of the original trilogy, had better CG than that. You know, Back to the Future had better CG than that. And yes, I think that the car, when it was flying through the air, on the outside of it, when we saw it flying through the air in Back to the Future 2, and the end of Back to the Future 1, was total CG. It had to be. So yeah. Next, we have... Oh, wait, I'll save that for when I get to this season. I kind of get why they didn't include them in here, because Shout Factory doesn't have the rights to release Turbo Power Rangers movie and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Because Fox still owns the rights to those. Spawn doesn't. Because they were released under the 20th Century Fox logo, so I get it. But it still would have been nice to have them in here and there. In here in the other set. So yeah, it's another good cardboard case of Seasons 4 through 7. Power Rangers logo. You have Zeo Red, Turbo Red, and Space Red, and Lost Galaxy Red. You have a picture of the 5 Turbo Rangers in space, and Lost Galaxy right there. You have all 4 logos from all 4 of the series included in this set. And on the back, we have a description of the series, or the various series. Bonus features include Tales of the Giant Banana, Behind the Mask celebrating the stunt team, a convention with attitude, the Look into Power Morphicon, the Lost episode, which is the original version of the original pilot of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, hosted by Austin St. John and Walter Jones, Power Playback, Power Rangers Funniest Moments, and more. This even includes, well, it's like a making of type documentary, where you get talks about the series from the cast and some of the crew, like Chaim Saban, Shuki Levy, I think his name is. I think it was him, but it is, and like, I know it was a producer, I'm just not exactly sure which one, but it's a pretty good, bonus feature overall. So yeah, on the front we have the same picture as that, only not as glossy. On the back, we have a picture of the Turbo team, a pretty good picture if I do say so, for such a shitty series. So yeah, but even Chaim Saban would admit that Turbo was shit. So was Megaforce, but that's not what we're talking about right now. So yeah, we have the character bios and episode guides and descriptions. The same ones like we did with Mighty Morphin. So yeah. Turbo was not the best series ever of Power Rangers. Everyone will agree on that. In Space was really where they brought it home in terms of the better adaptation. Besides, well, they didn't really have a lot to work with Turbo. You know, it was adapted from a series in Sentai that was purposely meant to be comedic, because of O-Ranger Zeo's source material being set in a post-apocalyptic future. It's supposed to celebrate 20 years of the franchise and was supposed to be a dark epic. But because of terrorist groups and low ratings, terrorist groups bombed some of Tokyo's subways on levels not even approached since World War II, causing Car Ranger Turbo's source material to be purposely silly and comedic. You know, and I don't even get why they had a tribute episode to Car Ranger and Gokaiger. The two tones really clashed. They clashed as much as they did here in Turbo, but it was more obvious because it was more apparent. So yeah, because Turbo was more serious than Car Ranger ever tried to be. So yeah. Now we have Power Ranger Zeo, we have the main five Zeo Rangers. Don't know why they didn't include the 6 Rangers on these season sets. Yeah, season 4, it's in red. And on the back we have King Mondo and the main 5 Zeo Rangers. So yeah, runtime is about 16.5 hours. So it's the closed captions, and they are all Region 1. If you can read that description, go ahead and pause the video and I'll let you read it. Okay. So yeah, we have the episode and disc lists, and the discs themselves is disc 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on the back here we have the logo of the season. So yeah, before we get into Turbo, I want to give the unboxing of Turbo Power Rangers movie. Not as good as the original, but it's an okay first part to the series. It's not as good, you know, high-spirited fantasy adventure. Yeah. So yeah, go to Geekvolution's review of this movie, and you'll see why I don't really particularly care for this movie too much. So yeah, special features: a making of featurette and original theatrical trailer. Same setup for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie as in when talking about the audio and subtitles, although it's 99 minutes instead of 95. So yeah, there's the disc. So yeah, that movie would be okay to see in Blu-ray. I don't know, to see in HD. I think that they probably have it in HD on iTunes. So yeah, which is weird because they don't even have the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie on iTunes, which I find really weird. It's out of canon with the rest of Power Rangers, but it's still part of the Power Rangers mythos, you know. But whatever. So yeah, we have a good shot of the Zeo team, which was on the back thing, for the guide. So yeah, and season 5. And there's the series description if you can read it. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay. There's Divatox, and there's the second group of the 5 main Rangers from Turbo. Not the best series. It is about 15 hours long for the episodes. So yeah, an episode lists. Disc 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the Power Rangers Turbo logo right there. So now we got Power Rangers in Space, which is the penultimate season. It was supposed to be the penultimate season. It was a good series of Power Rangers, There's the main 5 on the front. So yeah, and we have the side right here, it's in pink. Whole turbo was in yellow. So yeah, if you can read that, go ahead and pause the video and I'll let you read it. Okay, there's that guy, and there's the main in space cast. Approximately 14 hours. I still don't get why they don't show 6th Rangers if there are any. You know, disc an episode list, disc 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Power Rangers in Space logo. So, yeah. And lastly, for the set, we have Lost Galaxy. There's the main 5 Lost Galaxy Rangers. Pretty okay season. It was pretty much a mix of Star Trek and Power Rangers. So if you can read that, go ahead and pause the video and I'll let you read it. So yeah, there's that guy. There's 4 out of the 5 main Galaxy Rangers. Pretty much a season that defies all logic, but it was a good season nonetheless. It was alright. And you know, it's a mixture. Oh, the 5th Ranger's standing right behind Leo. You can just barely see his head and his suit. That's weird. Yeah. Running time is approximately 15 hours. So, yeah. There's disc and episode lists. Disc 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy logo. I love the blue that they do for these sets. For the blue they use for Season 2, Volume 2, I think, in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and what they use here. So yeah, here's the bonus features. I already told you what the bonus features were. It's that guy, and there's the blue Lost Galaxy Ranger. So yeah, only 1 disc this time, and it has the Power Rangers logo right there. So yeah, that is a good set right there. I highly recommend any of these sets for Power Rangers collectors, kids looking to get into a good series. Anything but Turbo and Megaforce would be good. So yeah, I highly recommend Time Force and Small Force for those of you. Time Force through SPD, I think, are the best seasons. But yeah, I'm gonna do seasons 8 through 12 in part 3, so go to that.